to Kia Speaks. I'm Kia. We're still on this same journey of change. Like, you're changing things in your life. I'm so proud of the work that you're doing, the steps that you're taking, all the miles you're overcoming, the obstacles. Like, you're doing so great right now. And even if you feel like you're not, know that you are, because you made a decision. And so today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about hopelessness. Of course, in change, you know, there's several steps, but there's also these things that occur, like hopelessness. And sometimes even before, you know, we commit to a decision of what needs to be changed, we're already in a place of despair. We feel like nothing is going to help, or nothing is going to save us. Like, we all waiting for somebody like, save me. We're waiting for the prince on the white horse. He never comes. Just to let you know, he never comes. But that still doesn't mean we should give up our hope, that we shouldn't give up our faith and our trust, knowing that it will work out if we keep pushing towards what it is that one, God has set for us to do, but the other thing is having a life that He devoted to us, that He said that we could have. And so in this moment, I'm going to share a story about my experience here recently with hopelessness. And so this happened last week, and what occurred was I woke up one morning. It was warm outside, but it was a nice breeze going through, and it just automatically put me in the mind of being, you know, at the waterfront or at the beach with the one I love. We're holding hands, we're talking, we're looking, and I'm smiling, he's smiling, and all of a sudden this song hits in my head. Summer breeze makes me feel fine. Like, that's the first thing that happened, like automatically. And so I'm walking down the stairs, strolling down the driveway, to what do I find? Someone had stolen the tags off my car. Both tags. Front and back. And I'm on my way, or supposedly on my way to work. I said, what an inconvenience. Like, it had me so upset. But that's not the kicker. That right there really wasn't the problem. You know when the problem came? When I had to go through the process of trying to get new tags. Because, you know, tags are like a needle in a haystack. Like, I'll never reclaim the ones that were on my car, so they have to give me new ones. Well, if you didn't know, DMV is closed. You know, they're only by appointment. The appointment's a months out, and you can't get them on the phone. Like, that's the other challenge. So the one time that I do get them on the phone, I forgot to even go through the process on the phone. Like, I don't know what happened that morning, but I'm going to say it was the devil. Like, I was so upset. I was mad. I tried to take some proactive steps, like calling, you know, the toll company or Elizabeth River Tolls to let them know, like, hey, you know, someone stole the tags on my car, and I want to let you guys know, because guess what? If they're running through that, they're going to rack up a bill and all that kind of stuff. You know what they told me? Well, we won't do anything until DMV deactivates your tags. What? And this is what I said to the lady. I said, so nobody works proactively anymore? Like, this whole system is a failure to me right now. Like, if I have not been against systems before, I am against systems now. And I have been against systems before, especially systems that do not work. Do not work. This didn't work. So what further aggravates me or gets me mad, or in a place of feeling like, yeah, I'm not going to get no help today, was I called my local city treasurer office trying to get some assistance, because they have these, you know, I'm going to call them community DMV offices, DMV selects, where they can do some services to help take the weight off of the main offices. And so they have them in your city. So I called down there. Our city offices have been closed for quite a while. They just recently opened up, I would say maybe in July, mid-July. And so on their website, it says open. I call, well, we're open, but we're not taking people, we're not allowing people to come in. So you're not open then. It's essentially what you're telling me. Like, you're not providing any service to anyone. Who are you serving in this moment? And so the lady goes on to tell me, well, you could go to the Chesapeake office. Well, if I go to Chesapeake, I still have to schedule an appointment, and they're still scheduling 2 weeks out. Like, how much sense does this make? Because this is the thing. You can get plates right in those local offices, but because they're closed or not serving people, yeah, I couldn't get no help because I could have had my tags essentially either that day or maybe even the next day had they been open and could help meet my need. And I know that's selfish because it's about me in this moment. Like, I need something, I need it fixed, I need it resolved, and I want it now. Like, that's where I was. And that's how we all get when we're going through different situations and experiencing things that are, one, an inconvenience, but truly in a place where you really have to rely on other people to get you the help and the services that you need. But this is not the kicker, because I don't stop there. Like, your girl is like, I'm adamant. I'm on the phone with, I end up calling. I said, so you mean to tell me I live right here in my city, can't get the help that I need, and you're going to direct me to another city and put more weight and strain on their services when you could easily open up your particular facility to serve your community? Is that what you're really telling me? Like, this is me on the phone. Like, I get nasty, but I don't get nasty to the point where I'm cussing you out and stuff. I just try to reflect back the things that I'm being told. And granted, I know she's not the lady that makes decisions, but there has to be a person with a voice that says, well, this doesn't make sense. Whether you the low one on the totem pole or you the high one on the totem pole. Like, why would we put more strain on other cities when there's offices present in our current city? I ain't stopped there. I didn't. I just can't. So it goes on for me. I then called the city manager's office because she, in our city is a she's the one that makes the decision. And so I'm thoroughly pissed off at her because, yeah, you made these decisions. Like, they were closed for the longest. Now you're open back up. And now you're still not serving people. And check this out. They're behind the glass wall anyway. So, like, why I couldn't get no help? Tell me why. Like, you still serving people like they're sliding things under a glass cubbyhole. They were already behind a glass wall. So, again, why I can't get no help? Like, I was struggling with this, and so it just made for a bad day for me, in a sense. Like, for the first few hours of that day were very bad for me because I'm used to, one, I guess, getting what I need when I need it. And so COVID has presented some challenges, but never did I imagine that I would need tags on my car in the midst of a crisis or a pandemic. And so with that inconvenience of having to worry about how I'm going to get to work, and technically I wasn't worried because I have access to other vehicles, but it was just the inconvenience of it all because I have to inconvenience other people to either use their vehicle or have them take me back and forth to work, you know. And luckily my family likes me and loves me on most occasions. It really hasn't been an issue, but think about other people who deal with situations that are out of their control. They don't have the resources or the support, and there are things that they need and can't really navigate them. So this is where hopelessness comes in, because we begin to get angry, we get mad. You know, those are all the things that I felt. I was flustered, even though I was smiling. Like, on the inside of me, like, I'm not gonna say I was boiling, but I knew I wasn't handling it well, like the way my godly self should. I just wasn't, you know. And like I said, I wasn't cussing or any of that kind of stuff. It was just that I was aggravated. And then someone wanted to tell me, well, you can't worry about material things. I said, what's material about license plates? I said, for me, it's just the inconvenience. I would have rather the person who stole my plates come ring my doorbell and say, hey, I need some help getting my tags. I don't have the money. Can you help me? Yes, I can help you get your tags, but guess what? I don't want you stealing mine. And I would have said that, because this is how I am. But, you know, I would have given them what they needed had they just come and asked, versus taking from me and then hence inconveniencing me the whole way. But it's never about convenience. Hopelessness is never about convenience. Obstacles, trials, tribulations is never about convenience. What it is about is your response. How do you respond in times of crisis? How do you respond when you're feeling despair? How do you respond? And so throughout the course of the day, of course, my mood lightened up because I couldn't focus just on the one thing that happened to me. I had to start thinking about the things that I had to take care of for the rest of that day. You know, as far as work, as far as family, like whatever it was, like that couldn't be the thing to hold me all day long. And that's what we tend to do. One thing happens and we're stuck. Can't move on. Like we give up quickly. Like we don't adjust well at all. And so we have to get out of this place of hopelessness. Like, I'm not saying that you can't be in your feelings for a moment and go through the motions. Like, go through them. I think that's natural to go through them. The question is, are you going to be stuck there in this hopelessness? Are you going to move? Because guess what hopelessness turns into? Depression. Sadness. Well, sadness first, then depression. Like, it goes deeper, you know, as you go on. And then there's stages of depression. You know, like there are some, like you have different diagnoses of depression, because all depression is not the same, you know. And so the biggest thing is that you want to remain in a frame of that you have the faith and the ability that you can get these things taken care of. It's just an obstacle right now, because that's what I had to tell myself. You know what, there's a lesson in this for me. I don't know what that lesson is. It might be take your plates off at night. Yeah, and all the years that I've been living and driving cars and owning cars, like, that has never been something that I've done, but maybe that's the lesson. But yeah, there's a lesson in everything that we experience. And then the other lesson could be, like, how I responded in that moment. Like, I didn't cuss, but I still was very agitated, you know, and I still gave people a hard time, even though I didn't cuss them out, but I was giving them a hard time, and it wasn't even their fault. So, recognizing, like, the stuff that you do that impacts other people, even though they weren't the ones that did this, there's still some changes that they probably could have helped me on, but even still, like, it wasn't them that took the tags. But I shouldn't take my anger out or my frustration out on those who are actually in service roles. Because sometimes, depending on the situation, hopefully it's never in another COVID crisis, you know, sometimes kindness goes a whole lot further than, you know, being mean and nasty, to where you can actually get what you need taken care of. Now, this situation right here, there was no hope for me. I don't care how I would have been nice, because it's just the nature of the beast with DMV and everything that's going on there. But I have seen situations, and I can't say that I've been in any, but even with, like, customer service, or something goes wrong in something I ordered or something that was supposed to be getting taken care of, I'm never nasty. And typically when I'm not mean or nasty, things work out better for me. And I never have to be that way to anybody that's providing me a service, because I know I can get more if I treat them nicely and with respect. And so the biggest thing is just remembering that when you're hopeless, it doesn't mean you have the permission to take out your anger and your frustrations on others. What it means is that you definitely have to be able to garner that energy into something constructive and positive, meaning keep working towards the things that you were working towards. So that was it. We talked about hopelessness. I hope you felt encouraged, or that, you know, well, I'm not alone. My situations may be miles apart in terms of what you are experiencing and what I've experienced, but it's still the same feeling. Like, you don't have any control. There's nothing you can do. I'm mad, I'm angry, I'm so frustrated. Some of us cuss, some of us don't. Some of us go back and forth with the customer service rep. Some of us do a whole lot of different things, and then some of us just stop. And what I don't want you to do is just stop. Not in this period, not in this moment where change is so important right now, and being able to push through. You have to push through. And so I'm encouraging you, push through it. You got it. You can do it. You know, I'm here with you. Nothing is impossible with God. You know, definitely not. And then with me on your side, because I got Jesus too, guess what? We gonna kill this thing. Like, we gonna do this all day long. So again, have an amazing, glorious, fantastic, you can do it type of week. I'll be with you again. I hope you enjoy. I hope you love the information, and I hope you apply it. That's the biggest thing. It's not enough to gain the information, but application is key. All right, so this has been Kia Speaks. I will see you next time. You enjoy your week.